Tom. We're here just over a month away from the start of the season. Pre-season's in full swing. You're about to go to Desert Springs. How are you feeling in the build-up to 2023?
Yeah, I think there's a real excitement around the group at the minute. Most of the lads who have been away for the winter are back now, which brings a bit more energy with it. And like I said, I think everyone's just ready to go and can't wait for the season to get started now.
Yeah, and you mentioned the energy that players coming back from abroad bring. I've been around training the last few weeks, and it's always intense under Mickey, but it seems to have stepped up even further in the last fortnight or so.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's natural as well. Once you get more of the group back together and the closer you get to the season, the intensity naturally picks up. It gets a lot more competitive. So yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, and on a personal note, you're gearing up for the 2023 season. 2022 wasn't an easy one for you. I suppose it was around this time there was a lot of uncertainty for you as to whether you'd even play at all last year. When you compare in the two, how do you look back on March onwards in 2022?
Yeah, so obviously last year was a difficult year for me personally. To try and contrast the two from now to last year is worlds apart. It's completely different. Like you said, there was so much uncertainty. My ban had started by this time last year. So the difference to this year, being able to have a full pre-season, being around back to normality is just light years ahead of what it was last year. So yeah, just grateful that that's all out of the way this year and it's full pre-season ready to go for the start of this year.
Yeah, I suppose it's the little things as well, isn't it? It's not just the playing cricket, it's being able to interact with the lads, go to training, keep yourself sharp. There's a difference between fitness and sharpness.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was one of the biggest things I struggled with last year, is not being a part of the group and being away from the group. That was a big part of it for me, and I wasn't able to do any sort of cricket practice, like you said. So there is a difference between gym work, which we are obviously doing a lot of at the minute, and then like cricket specific skills and match fitness towards that. So it's been great this winter to be able to get a full pre-season in and do everything and just be part of the group again.
Yeah, and we mentioned Desert Springs there. I think by the time this goes out, you'll be in Spain. You've been on a couple of tours. It's always great to get out on the grass and train, but also under Mickey, it adds that little bit of extra intensity with the warm weather training, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%, and I think you hit the nail on the head there. A little bit of warm weather training does the boys a world of good as well, especially those of us who've been stuck here for the winter indoors. So being able to get outside, be on the grass, little bit of sun, and like you said, the intensity just picks up as well once you get outside. So I think all the boys are looking forward to getting out there next week.
Yeah, and we touched on 2022, but you did play a bit of cricket, you played a bit of Royal London Cup cricket. You got the chance to get out in front of Mickey and get back with the boys there. You've had a full pre-season. How are you feeling going into 2023 about your playing prospects?
Yeah, first and foremost, just grateful for the opportunity, really. Like you said, this time last year, there was so much uncertainty for myself. I didn't know whether I'd ever play again, to be honest. So to have that as a background thought in the back of my mind, so just grateful that I'm able to do what I love and have the opportunity to train and go out there and play. But yeah, like I said, absolutely super excited to be able to get ready for the start of the season. I think there's a real excitement around the group. We've had a few new signings in and we've got a good core together as well. And Mickey's made it crystal clear that we're not just here to compete this year. We want to win games, and not losing's not good enough for us anymore, and we've definitely got the squad to be able to carry that out. So there's going to be a lot of competition for places, and that's what it's all about, really. Everyone working hard and competing, and it's a performance-based industry, really, so everyone's raring to go.
Yeah, and on that, we'll have a couple of pre-season friendlies before the start of the season. Everyone will get an opportunity to show what they can do, but there's places on that team sheet ahead of the first game against Worcestershire available, isn't there?
100%, yeah. I think that's the beauty of the pre-season games. There's always opportunities for everybody, and if you put your hand up and do well in them, then you give the gaffer a decision to make, which is what we're all trying to do.
Yeah, and by this time we will have announced that Ian Bell is continuing as batting consultant. What has that been like to work with someone who had the playing career that he has moving forward?
Yeah, it's unbelievable, really. I think I grew up watching Belly playing for England, so to be able to have someone like that with that level of experience and knowledge to be able to speak to and talk to is invaluable, really.